the father of Robertson. Day 18, Sunday. I label up books and scrolls on the esoteric and the arcane. So the library? There is a library here. Entering the library, I am drawn to a dark alcove round to the right, bearing the title Esoterica et Arcana. I'm sure there is much to learn here, but sadly, a cursory glance is all I have time for today. Piled upon a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Ain't that right, Jupiter? So, Esoterica et Arcana on the right. It's on the right, it's right here. On that end. Alright. So, and it's supposed to be below. So if it's right here, could be here, right? That was a mistake. So it's not here. It's not here. Let's try this again. Maybe it's on the other end. I must have taken the wrong turning. This isn't where I was meant to come. Oh, come on. Well, it's supposed to be right here, okay? It's supposed to be here. Alright, found it. As I open the door, I am hit by the musty smell of dump. This room hasn't been entered for some time. The corner of the room is piled high with scrolls of parchment and old books, but underneath the debris, I find something of interest. This looks interesting. Has a gemstone. Eli White. The museum was ransacked last night. I went looking for my brother, but he's nowhere to be found. The good news is they didn't find what they were looking for. I moved the casket myself and hid it here in one of Strange Antiquities' vaults. It's safe for now, but we can't leave it here for long. I have more to prepare, but I've left instructions on how to access the vault in the desk drawer. Am I to think that this clock is using the computer's clock to show you the passage of time? I mean, right now, for me, it's... no, it's not. It's not. It's not. But it looked really close, okay? It looked really close. Desk drawer, this is the desk. Yeah, here it is. A candle that gives off no light, an anchor that has never touched the ocean, and a finger, but not a flesh. I would think that it means the candle, Garrick's candle, which is a candle that emits no light. An anchor that has not touched the ocean, that's the shadow anchor. And a finger, but not of the flesh. If I remember correctly, there is a witch finger, which is the wooden branch of the witch, which is the tree on the church. So if I put those, it's a candle, Garrick's candle, a shadow anchor, which is where is it? Shadow anchor. Which was the shadow anchor? here it is. And the witch's finger. Oh, that's the one. Oh. All right. Okay. Not the correct one? Oh! Yeah, not the correct one. It's this one. Let's see. No, not that either. It's understandable. There we go. So that's it. The casket. Blackened wood with gold. It's rough. The gold is smooth. A complex feeling comes over me. It is both horrifying and yet compelling. So it's like, I want to open it, but I know I mustn't. Oh, hello David. The lake has turned black. As omens go, I'd say that probably quite a bad one. But the mail won't deliver itself. I found this note in an old writing desk up at Gleason Castle. I expected it would mean more to you. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. It feels all too prescient as we hurtle towards winter and a terrible, unknowable fate. E.B. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. Fear in autumn. So it's the symbol of fear? I don't remember the symbol of fear. Fear. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. So, fear. Where is the symbol for fear? Here. Fear in autumn, rising in winter. So here. I searched the room at the foot of the western tower quite thoroughly before finding a stash of papers. To my dismay, they are largely the scrawlings of a madman, but in amongst the nonsense there is some valuable information. I have discovered the missing piece of the puzzle. There is an ancient shrine to the nameless gods at the skull of the skull of Plecanthra. It seems humanity tried worshipping them once. Long ago, before we learned how little they care for us. We must take the casket there. Whatever happens, we must not allow it to be opened. So those are the nameless gods? The skull of Blacanthra. What is the skull of Blacanthra? Do I have anything for that? No, nothing. Nothing of the sort. Do I have anything in the map? Let's see. Nothing. So... what? Wait. Didn't the god Holgan have anything to do with a huge skull? Holger. Yeah. Said to be, yeah, the vast skull in the catacombs, said to be that of the beast Blacanthra. That's the one. In an item known as the Wraith Chamber? So that casket is a Wraith Chamber and has the trapped soul of Blacanthra? Could be that. Let's see. Eli's back. It's time to end this. Now. Bring the casket to the pit. Alright, so now I have a choice to make. I have a choice to make. Let's see. The priestess told me. Let's see. For some reason, maybe that's the priestess tells me to do it in the pit, probably. And then we have what Potter said. And we take the casket there. Where it should have been. So I either go to the pit and then have a different choice to make with the two choices. Either trust Holger or destroy the casket. Or I go a different way altogether. I think I would like to go. Should I trust the thaumaturgy? Or should I trust that guy? Well, he's like he looks a lot like, you know, Constantine that does stuff. I am very intrigued about what happens here, so let's do that. I meet with Bart and Potter at the entrance to the catacombs. Standing beside him, there is someone that I didn't expect to see. Rebecca Rose. I am coming with you. I can see things that you are blind to. And besides, I don't want to miss out on all the fun. Rebecca explains that the spirit eye has led her here. She seems to know all about her plan to give the casket to the nameless gods. Barton gives a shrug, and a look that tells me he's already tried and failed to talk her out of it. Ready? You have the casket? And yes, I do have the Nalian casket. I show him the small black chest, and his hand moves up to rub the side of his eye absent-mindedly. Smaller than I remember. We begin our descent into the depths, down twisting tunnels, and past silent tombs. It is hard going, and we pass the time deep in thought, only speaking when we need to consult the map. Finally, we come to a large cavern. Illuminated by our flickering torches is the giant skull of some long dead beast, huge and terrifying and ominous. The skull of Lycanthra. It is too big to have found its way through the tight tunnels, so it is not clear how it got there, but we don't have time to ponder that now. It soon becomes apparent that our journey has only just begun. The skull marks the entrance to a new system of tunnels, ones that are not marked on the map. We trudged onwards, deeper into the earth, trying not to think about the pressing weight of rock above our heads. Stop. He says it so abruptly that I nearly drop the thoughts in panic. Then I see it, a terrifying chasm in the path ahead. By some trick of the shadows, and with my mind elsewhere, I had come close to stepping out into nothing. This is going to be tricky. At first, I don't see how we can get past this obstacle. The gap is too big to jump, and attempting to traverse it would be too dangerous. Then I remember the items I have with me. Surely there is something I can make use of. Something for levitation. The Daedalus link. Alright. Which one was it? I activate the levitation field around us and feel an unsettling sensation as my feet leave the ground. We float slowly across the chasm, and my heart beats faster in my chest. It is tempting to race across to the other side and feel solid rock beneath your feet again, but a Daedalus link requires a delicate balancing act and must be used slowly and carefully. We reach the other side with great relief, continue on our way down the narrow corridor. I'm the first one to spot the next obstacle. As we approach a bend in the tunnel, I see a flickering orange light, setting shadows dancing across the wall. Peering around the corner, I'm confronted by a bright light that my eyes struggle to adjust to. A wall of intense flame fills the passage from floor to ceiling, an impossible bright yellow, orange fire swirling and billowing and roaring in a place where it should not be. I watched mesmerized for a moment, trying to work out where the fire is coming from before being forced to retreat from the heat. What is it? I explain our hopeless predicament, and as I do, I realize that perhaps it is not so hopeless after all. Perhaps there is a way through. Something to protect from the flames. A serene ward. Safely on the other side of the fire-filled tunnel, the passageway begins to widen, and soon it opens out into a vast cavern. Ancient stalagmites reach up towards the delicate stalactites that spear down from the ceiling far above. It is strangely warm, perhaps heated by the same unnatural fire that we have just come through. In its center sits a dark pool. Its black depths are featureless, the flickering torchlight offering no reflection upon its surface. Lycanthros Basin. This whole place is alive with swirling shadows. We should not stay here. Let's make the offering and go. I bring out the casket and gaze upon its intricate surface for a moment. It is a horrible thing, isn't it? Be careful with it and do not open it. We wait. None of us sure of how to proceed. Rebecca seems to be expecting something to happen, so we wait in silence. I try to keep my thoughts from drifting to the casket. What does it contain? Maybe I should open it and find out. They're not coming. We're going to have to call the nameless ones to us. I hope you know how, because I'm afraid I have no idea. I begin to say that I am equally lost, but then the flickering torch in my hand reminds me of something. There is a way. The flickering torch. How do you call the nameless ones? The bloodbag. No. Damn it. Is there a summoning spell? Summoning an item for summoning? Torch, the flickering torch. The light of Korhan? These are used to call the guile and wisdom of the goddess Korhan. She is goddess of the earth, creation and rebirth. It is maintained by some of those are not our objects of power, but exude an imposing aura. Hard to explain. But, no, she's not nameless. Communing with the nameless gods via the broken path. Yeah, but the broken path is with the grease? The broken path. Grease is heated slowly. Oh, yes. Maybe? Maybe the grease? Yes. Almost immediately, we feel a shuddering vibration accompanied by a booming noise that sounds like giant footsteps. Echoing through the cavern, small stones and some larger rocks shake loose from above, and to our right, A single, centuries-old stalactite comes crashing down from the ceiling, smashes against the hard rock floor. I watch in stunned horror as the pool in front of us begins to ripple and swirl, and a huge hand emerges from within, its palm held upwards, fingers curling towards the stalactites dripping down from the roof of the cavern. Quickly, the casket. I hesitate. Only for a moment. I throw the black casket towards the outstretched hand, and it closes around it into a fist, before slowly retreating back below to the surface of the pool. The offering has been accepted. A pact has been made. The cavern continues to shudder. A handful of smaller stones clatter around us, and we don't wait around to see if another stalactite is going to come down, but the danger seems to be over, and the vibration becomes softer and more distant. I feel strangely elated, shivering with excitement as we leave the warm cavern. I glance back one last time at the black pool. Its surface is still. My uneasiness around the plan to hand over the casket to the nameless gods has subsided in the weeks following our adventure in the catacombs. I had a conversation with Dr. Robertson yesterday, and she seemed to be confident that her patients have now all made a full recovery. They remember nothing from their ordeal, but there seemed to be no lingering ill effects. Verona Green came by the shop a few days ago to thank me personally. She reassured me that the nameless gods would never even consider operating the casket, and nor would they use its dark power against us. They have no interest in the lives of men. Andemir feels at peace once again. As I write this, Jupiter is purring softly in my lap, having tried to bat away the quail several times and nibble the pages on a previous attempt, and the warmth of the fire is making me drowsy. I will sleep soundly tonight. And that's the ending. Ending 5. In the lap of the gods, the nameless gods have the casket, or fate is in their hands. Eli White is alive, proud of your resourcefulness in resolving the situation. Verona Green is alive, she was saved from the casket's power. Rebecca Rose is alive, and thrilled to have played a role. She's looking forward to new adventures. Barton Potter is alive, jubilant after successfully following through on his plan to give the casket to the nameless gods. Edmund Bishop is alive. He stayed at Castle Gleason and weathered the storm. Francesca Robertson is alive. She is glad that her patients recovered, but saddened by the one she could not save. Bonnie Robertson is insane. Her thoughts are scattered after being sliced with a diverging hook. Audrey Bell is deceased, murdered by her own bloodthirsty followers when the casket was not opened. Jack Hungerford is insane. He never recovered after falling deep into the trance, and his mind is forever broken. Thaddeus White is ashamed of the part he played. Simone Green is alive, ready for a new challenge, and Jupiter is rescued, fully recovered from his catnapping ordeal. So that's the ending number 5. But those are the symbols. Oh, nice. Insane, dead, and the paw. Jack Hungerford. I could not save him. Oh well, but everyone is alive. And that was the game. It's not quite finished yet because you still haven't explored. We haven't explored several places, as well as haven't figured out about what several of the items are and what their use is. So I guess that's what we do on the last day, just like the strange horticulture, where you have one last day, which is, it says previously, which means that this happens on other times that are not recorded on the game. It's like an extra side part. Let's see if this happens again. Also, I really loved this game. It is an upgrade after the strange Horticulture. Great UI, great gameplay, and very nice story. I really like this studio and I really like these games. I I find them relaxing and they give you some sort of small knowledge and trivia over a few things like stones and plants and everything. This game came out quite recently and I believe it really is worth it to have. It's really worth to have. I personally bought it from the Epic Games Store, and I suggest you do the same. I'm not sure if it's on Steam or any other platform, but I prefer Epic Games myself.